welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we learn about the soil forming processes. Some pathogenic processes. So the most natural processes such as the upliftment of the mountain mass and the filling of the island in sea takes place rather slowly. In contrast, the pathogenic processes work faster than the geological processes in changing lifeless parent material into true soil full of life. So here the pathogenic processes and the geological processes, there are two processes are occurred which is change the parent material into the soil. The pathogenic processes are extremely complex and dynamic, involving many chemical and biological reactions and usually operated simultaneously in a given area. So pathogenic processes, the processes which make the soil or the soil profile. So in these pathogenic processes, the chemical and biological reactions are there. So one process may counteract another and two different processes may work simultaneously to achieve the same result. So all these pathogenic processes that we understand later, all the pathogenic processes are work together and it is occurred simultaneously. It may be one process is, and after that another processes takes place, but simultaneously processes also takes place and the soil is formed. The ultimate result of the soil formation is profile development. So the soil profile is developed by the process of the pathogenic processes. Okay, so here the pathogenic processes are divided into two parts: the fundamental processes and specific processes. The fundamental processes is humidification, elevation and elevation. Okay, so these two are fundamental processes, and here the 9 is specific processes like the podzolizations, laterizations, calcification, glaciation, salinization, desalinization, solidization, perturbation and solanization. So all these are pathogenic processes. So let we understand one by one. So the fundamental processes, the first one is humidification. So what is humidification? The humidification is the process of decomposition of raw organic matter into humus. So humidification is only process in which all the organic component are converted into humus. So it is extremely a complex process involving various organisms. First, simple organic compounds such as sugar, starch are decomposed by microorganisms, followed by protein and cellulose, and finally very resist compound such as tannins are decomposed and dark colored substance known as a humus is formed. So humidification is the process in which the organic compound or organic material is converted into humus. So in organic compound, organic material, so many substances are there like the sugar, starch, protein, cellulose, tannin, then some carbohydrate are also there. So when this organic product or organic material start decomposition, the first one, the sugar and starch is decomposed earlier, and then protein is decomposed, cellulose is decomposed, and finally whatever the resistant material present in the organic material is decomposed, and finally the humus is formed. So this process is called humidification. So it is the process of transformation of the raw organic matter into the formation of surface humus layer. So the first layer of the soil profile is A0 horizon, and it is composed with the organic matter. So the humidification is just only process in which the organic material is converted into humus. The percolating water passing through this layer dissolves the certain organic acid and affect the development of the lower E horizon and B horizon. So the percolating water which is passing through this layer, the whatever the organic acid is developed due to the decomposition of the organic material, that is settle down in the A and B horizon due to the percolating water. So here the humidification process is very simplified process. So when the plant residues and the plant residues, some plant residues some are the modified lignin, that is a very complex, and it is decomposed later, and it is here the humus substance is formed, and the microorganism act on the sugar and starch and it is converted into humus substance. The microorganism is also act on the polyphenol and then it is converted into humus substance. Then amino acid and decomposition product of the lignin like the quinones is also converted into humus substance. So here here we see the 5 chain. First one is red, green, yellow, this is blue and black. So here the sugar and starch decomposed first, then the polyphenol is decomposed, this amino acid is also goes this way and they decomposed, and then the whatever the microorganism decomposed lignin, that is also decomposed and is humus is formed, and then the last the modified lignin is also decomposed. So the red channel is decomposed first, then the green, then the blue, and then the black. Okay, so this is the process or the sequence of the process in by this way the plant residues is decomposed. So the second process is fundamental, the eluation and eluation. So this is very too simple process in which the sum of the constituents are come down and the sum of constituents are stay in the upper layer. So this is just two processes. This eluation is the process of removal of the constituent by the percolation from upper layer to lower layer. This layer of loss is called eluvial and designated as a horizon. Okay, so here eluation horizon, that is what it is yes. Eluation horizon means the percolation is there and it is designated alluvial and loss, this layer of loss. Okay, the elevated producer move down and become deposit in lower horizon and it is called alluvial, that is B horizon. The elevation produces textural differences. The process of the elevation leads to the textural constructs between A2 and B1 horizon. Okay, so it is very simple fundamental processes in which the elevation, in which these constituents, these are the basic constituents: clay, iron oxide, aluminum oxide, that is called 6 oxide, humus, calcium carbonate and other salt are leached down and deposit here. So it is the layer of loss. So it is also called the washing out horizon. This is elevation horizon and this elevation horizon. This is A2 layer, this is B1 layer. Okay, so whatever the material is lost from this A2 horizon and it is deposition in B2 horizon. So the whatever the material is percolating and deposited in B1 horizon. So the process of loss of the material, that is called eluation, and the deposition is called eluvial or the eluation horizon. So this is two fundamental processes, eluation and eluation. So the eluation is called washing out, means material is come down, and washing in means the deposition. Which type of material? So this type of material is the calcium carbonate, 6 oxide, humus, and these are the list down. Okay, so here we see these different processes. By the different processes, this horizon is formed. Here we see these it is contrast between A2 and B1 horizon. So due to the differences in the component of these two horizon, the differences or the contrast is formed. So by this way, the A2 horizon and this B1 horizon is differentiated differently because the constituents are different. Whatever the material is listed down here and deposited here, so here is not such material is not present into A horizon. Now the specific soil forming processes. The first one is podzolization. So it is the type of eluation. So you must understand the eluation means the washing out horizon, in which the humus and 6 oxide become mobile, leach out from the upper horizon and become deposited in lower horizon. So from the upper horizon to lower horizon, humus and 6 oxide. So these two material is mobile and leached down, and it is from the upper horizon to lower horizon. This process is favored by the cool and wet climate. It required the high content of organic matter and low alkali. Okay, the process increases the proportion of the silica 6 oxide in A horizon. So by this process, the eluation process, what happened? The proportion of silica and 6 oxide in A horizon and accumulation of clay, iron and aluminium in B horizon. Okay, so just summarize it. It is occurs in cool and wet climate. So here in upper layer the humus and 6 oxide is there. So whatever the material is percolating means the eluation process takes place here, and the silica and 6 oxide is remain here, and other material like the clay and iron and aluminium are deposited in B horizon. So this is called podzolization. Okay, this is called podzolization, and it is the one type of the eluation processes, means the washing out processes. So in these eluation processes, these humus and 6 oxide and the silica and 6 oxide remain here in A horizon, and clay and iron is deposited in B horizon. Similarly, in lateralization process in this process, silica is removed while iron and alumina remain behind in the upper layer. So here difference, the silica is removed and iron and aluminium is behind in upper layer. So here the silica and 6 oxide is present in B horizon, and clay, iron and aluminium present in A horizon due to this eluation of the humus and 6 oxide. The lateralization is favored by the rapid decomposition of parent rock under climate with high temperature and sufficient moisture. Okay, for the intense leaching such as found in tropics. the soil formed in this process is acidic in nature. So by this lateralization process, acidic soil is formed. Okay, due to this silica and silica oxide is leached down, and the clay and iron and alumina is upper layer. So this, by this lateralization process, the acidic soil is formed. Okay, the calcification, it is just in this process there is usually an accumulation of calcium carbonate. It is just accumulation of the calcium carbonate in different horizon. That is only this is called the calcification. This process is favored by the scanty rainfall and alkali in parent material. So here we see this calcium carbonate is deposited here. So this process is called calcification. Glaciation means the term clay is Russian origin, and it means the blue, grey or green clay. Okay, the glaciation is the process of soil formation resulting in development of a clay. Okay, in the lower part of the soil profile, above lower profile, and the parent material due to poor drainage condition. So there is a that is also lack of the oxygen, and where the waterlogged condition is prevailing. Okay, so here the condition is there. It is found in the lower part of the profile, where the poor drainage, the soil will have the poor drainage, and the soil have the waterlogged condition. The glaciation is formed, or the glaciation is occur. Under such condition, iron compound are reduced. Why it is converted, or the color blue, grey or green color is found? Due to the iron compound are reduced to stable ferrous form. This is responsible for the production of the typical bluish greyish horizon with mottling of the yellow and reddish brown color. Here we see the mottling is here. Mottling we see these are these color, this bluish color is there. Okay, so this is glaciation, and it is occur in the lower part of the profile. Poor drainage, if soil is having the poor drainage, waterlogged condition, this this type of the processes we can found, and it is due to the iron compound are reduced to the soluble ferrous form. Salinization. So all we know, the salinization is the deposition of the salt or the accumulation of the salt. The salinization is the process of the accumulation of salt such as the sulfate, chloride of calcium, magnesium, sodium and potassium. So there is a char, there is a 4 cation is there: calcium, magnesium, sodium and potassium, and the sulfate and chloride are ion. So this type of salt is formed: calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, sodium sulfate, potassium sulfate, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, sodium chloride, potassium chloride. Okay, so these salts are formed, and when it's deposited and accumulated on the upper horizon, then the process is called salinization. It is quite common in arid and semi-arid region. Okay, and it may also take through the capillary rise of saline groundwater and by the induction of the seawater in marine and coastal region. The salt accumulation may also result from the irrigation or the seepage in area or impeded drainage. Here we see in figure. So due to the different processes, the salt is present in the different horizon. This is horizon, okay, soil profile. So in different horizon, salt is there, but due to this arid and semi-arid region, the water evaporation rate is very high. So the water is evaporated from the upper surface. Okay, the water is evaporated from the upper surface, and due to the capillary force and The whatever the water is evaporated, the suction is created, and due to this suction is created whatever the water moisture present in the lower horizon, and with the salt this water is come up due to the suction force and with the salt. So this through the water, the salt present in the lower horizon is come out and it deposited in upper layer or the soil surface. So this process is called soil salinization. Desalinization, it is just the removal of the excess soluble salt. So it is the removal by the leaching of the excess soluble salt from the horizon of soil profile by ponding water and improving the drainage condition by installing artificial drainage condition. Okay, so there is a two type of drainage. One is surface drainage and second is subsurface drainage. Here we see this water is applied here. Okay, the salt mass is here. Okay, this is the salt mass. So whatever the water is applied here, when the chemical precipitation is there or the salt is dissolved in the water, and that is called mineral dissolution, and it is go down and it is percolated and it is moving here. So this drainage is installed here. Okay, this is the drainage, the artificial drainage is installed here. So whatever is water, the salty water is come out in this horizon, this water is drained by this artificial drainage and it is removal from the soil. Okay, so by this way the desalination process or desalination of the soil we can do by this artificial drainage. Solonization or alkalinization, it is the process involve the accumulation of the sodium salt. Okay, sodium salt on the exchange complex of the clay, resulting in the formation of the sodic soil. So this is sodium salt. This sodium salt is deposited in upper horizon. So we know these four type for cation: the sodium, calcium, magnesium and potassium. So in solonization or alkalinization, sodium salt is remain present in the upper horizon and these salts are leached down. So the only sodium salt is present in the upper layer, so it is called alkalinization. Solidization or dealkalinization, the process refers to removal of sodium from the exchange site. Okay, this process involves the dispersion of the clay. Dispersion occurs when sodium ion became hydrated. Much of the dispersion can be eliminated if calcium and magnesium are concentrated in the water, which is used to leach the solenoid. This calcium and magnesium ion can be replaced the sodium on exchange complex and the salt of sodium are leached out. So here the sodium salt is there. Here in alkali soil the sodium is there, so we have to put the calcium salt. Okay, the calcium and sodium is replaced. Okay, the calcium and sodium is replace each other on the exchange side and this sodium is leached down. Okay, so this process is called solidization. Perturbation is another process that may be operative in such soil is called the perturbation. It is the process of mixing of the soil. It is just not mixing of the soil. For example, RG perturbation is observed in deep black soil. Mixing of the certain extent takes place in all soil. So here we see in this profile the different soil is mixed together, or these here we cannot identify the different horizon. Okay, so here we whatever the soil in horizon or profile, we cannot differentiate the horizon. Okay, that is called perturbation. The most common type of perturbation are the first of the faunal, that is mixing by the animals such as ant, earthworm, mold, rodent and humus. Floral, that is by the plant. Tree tripping or some other plants. Argillic means mixing of the material in the soil by the churning process caused by the swell and swing clay and deep black cotton soil. Okay, now by these different pathogenic processes, the soil profile is formed. So different soil and on the basis of the parent material, what type of the parent material from which the soil is developed, the soil profile is differentiate, or the horizon is differentiate, or the constituents is differentiate on the basis of the different pathogenic processes. This so how we can differentiate the soil profile, how define this soil profile? So it is the vertical section of the soil sowing layer from the soil surface to the bottom up to the rock. So it contain the three horizon: A horizon, B horizon and C horizon, and the parent material is C horizon. So this different processes we understand about the different pathogenic processes. The main two processes, fundamental processes, the basic elevation and elevation processes is there. So here we see the soil profile, the A0. So here this is A horizon. Okay, here up to A horizon, this is B horizon and this is C horizon. Okay, now in A horizon, A0, so it is called organic horizon also. Okay, let understand one by one. A0, or in some other cases O, A, O2, some other textbook it is considered as a O1 and O2 horizon, organic 1 and organic 2 horizon. So in A0 or O1 horizon, undecomposed organic material is there. Undecomposed organic material means whatever the plant is there, whatever the animal residues is there, so we can recognize that material in O1 horizon because it is undecomposed. In O2 horizon, it is decomposed organic matter. So in O2 horizon, we cannot recognize the original organic material, that is O2 horizon. Now the A1 horizon, it is dark color, high in organic matter. So due to the decomposed organic material is here, so this A2 horizon, it is in dark in color, high organic matter contained. Now this A2 horizon, it is light in color, heavy leaching of clay. Now A3 horizon is A3 horizon is a transition layer between A and B. So what is transition layer? Means in A3 layer, some of the constituents are like the A2 horizon and some constituents are like to B2 horizon. So we cannot distinguish, or we cannot say it is purely A horizon or purely B horizon. The some constituents of B horizon present in A3 horizon and some constituent present of A1 horizon. Similarly, B1 is also called the transition layer with property more like B. Okay. than B2 horizon. It is organic matter content in higher than the A2 horizon. Due to this organic matter is least down, so in A2 horizon, the B2 horizon having the high organic matter content than the A2 horizon is it is the zone of maximum accumulation. Okay, clay and hydrous oxide. Here we see this leaching of clay. So this is elevation and this is elevation and this is elevation. Okay, here we see this alluvial and alluvial. So now another B3 layer is transition between the B and C, property more like those of B. Then C1 horizon partially weathered parent material, and this is unweathered parent material, that is rock. So this A1 horizon and B horizon, it is called solemn. So A and B horizon combined, it is called solemn, and C horizon, here C horizon. So this is all about the soil horizon. So the soil having the all this horizon is called the mature soil, or the it is called the mature soil. Okay, so if you like this video, please like, share, comment, and please subscribe, so we can put this more interesting video. Thank you.